And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with Fire Emblem 6. This is the third time recording this part, because apparently Skype hates us.
It hates. Oh, at least this.
But now, sorry, you were saying?
At least this time we can talk about fates now, and not be. Oh, what's it going to be like? What's it going to be like?
Yeah, now we have official. Well, we can talk as much as we played about the game, but getting back to Binding Blade, this is Chapter 9. This is the Misty Isles part of the game. This is where we get the first split in the game. So basically, depending on which village you visit, which we'll get to once it comes up, you'll take two different routes and get round to Chapter 12. But the routes are optional. It just you get different levels and get characters at different levels. But it adds to the replay value of this game.
Yes, and you get to see some characters that you might not usually see if you go the other path.
Yeah. In terms of story, though, like not much happens. I get the feeling Leewood did this just to get Roy out of the house.
Yeah, I think.
They all went back to alive and he was like, alright, I need Roy to go away. Roy, go to the Misty Isles. Why? Because I don't want you here.
It's to do with fun. Yes, it's to do with fun. Just go there.
Yeah. I swear in the Misty Isles part you don't even run into Burn.
No, you don't. Well, you run into an NPC that talks about Guinevere, but that's about it.
Yeah. So this whole part was entirely pointless. Well, in terms of story, it's kind of pointless. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still there, so I'm just fate. It's getting in the way.
You're playing it as we're recording this.
Yeah, well, it's all its story, and we've basically already summed up what's happening in it. Let's see who can kill.
The first brigand. Is that they're called brigands?
Yeah, the brigands in this game.
Yeah, this is where the first time we get them in the GBA series.
Yep.
And it's going to be one of your favourite units.
Yes, I like them. I like them so much.
Indeed. But this part of the game has, it's a bit of just it's kind of a sidestep.
Yeah.
Not much happens, you know. It's all just a prelude to the dreaded Chapter 14. Yeah, I know. Everyone hates that chapter. To be fair, yeah, it's even after Conquest, it's still probably the worst chapter in the series.
Well, if chapter 10 and 11 on hardwood of Birthright is anything to go by, I think that's great.
I've heard Birthright is easier than Conquest. If that's the case, I'm gonna steamroll Birthright.
Well, maybe that's because I've chosen hard and I've never played the game before. That's
fair. Yeah, first time you're bound to make mistakes. I mean, I don't think there's a single, aside from like the first 6 chapters, which are all preludes. I don't think there's a single chapter in Conquest that I haven't had to reset at least once. But it just comes with the territory.
Yeah. Anyway, I should probably just put my 3DS down just in case.
Yeah. I know it's addictive. I mean, I've been trying to get through it as quickly as possible, but it is Fire Emblem. You can't beat this overnight.
No.
No, unless it's Sacred Stones.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy.
Another generic bandit.
Yeah, you get another one of those in one of the paralogs in Fates. You get those 2 Berserker brothers come, and they're very much like the ones in Fire Emblem 7.
Oh, was it it's like Megan something? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember their names, but they're very much like them.
With them, Happiness Abound is their theme song.
Yes. Oh yes, happiness.
Is that what they call it?
Oh, that's what they call it. Everyone has their own views on what happiness is. Anyway, this is, what's her name again?
It is, oh god,
Cecilia.
Cecilia, yes.
Yeah. She's the Valkyrie?
She's the only Valkyrie you get in this game besides Clarine, who promotes into it. She's...
We won't be getting her to Chapter 14, but holy shit is she useful.
Yeah, if you're doing a no ghost run, she's the best to use, from what I've seen.
But why would someone do a no growth run?
because Fire Emblem 6 wasn't hard enough for them, and on hard mode.
The community, I question the community sometimes, like they've said to me, you should play Thingy, like you should do Fire Emblem Awakening on Lunatic Plus. Like, yeah, I tried that once, never again.
I've not even gone near it.
No, don't, because I had to, literally, I was stuck on chapter 2.
Yeah.
Well, technically it's chapter 1 because it's the prologue chapter.
Yeah,
I was stuck in that chapter for 3 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Because it's literally Frederick does everything, your units can't do shit.
You know,
oh god. That's why I'm not touching Conquest Lunatic, otherwise I'm gonna smash my DS.
yeah.
And I don't want to break it.
No, what chapter are you on at the moment anyway?
I just cleared chapter 19, so I'm going into chapter 20, but a lot of paralogs have opened up because I've paired up units and they've reached like S rank supports.
Two of mine have already reached S rank, and a lot of them are Mozu and Silas are up to A, but I want to see if Hinoka and Silas will be better, be a better effect, because I only put Mozu with Silas to grind her up.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I remember putting Mozu with Effie to grind her up. But the reason it took me so long is because I wanted to see like different supports with people and then decide on who's the best, especially for me, because I had A support with Felicia, Zora and Camilla, and then I was like, which one do I pick?
Yeah. I think it was probably a bad idea they didn't bring Takumi or Setsuna, but I thought Setsuna's defenses aren't the greatest, so...
What class is Setsuna? Sorry, again, I've never had that buff right yet.
She's just an archer. Well,
okay.
It's the equivalent of the archer in Birthright.
So many new classes in that game.
I know. Shrine Maiden,
Ninjas.
I like the ninjas.
I fucking love the ninjas.
Kaze.
They're a pain in the ass to fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, which ninja were you talking about?
Kaze. You know, the first one. You know, the one with green hair. Oh, no.
Did it cut out again?
Yes, it did. Oh, for God's sake.
Right, pause the video.
Sure.
But yes, the ninjas in Fates, they are a class I'm very much enjoying. I just hate fighting them because, Christ, man, they really get to you.
Yeah, it's because of how speedy that
It's, well, one ninja's fine, but when you get attacked in hordes, because they debuff you.
Yes, that's the...
And they double everything.
I know.
But they are a great class, I really like them.
Even your Sky Knights / Pegasus Knights.
Oh, I haven't got that thing, we got Magi Knights.
Ah. Yeah, well, Sky Knights is basically it's gender neutral instead of just being for females like it usually.
Equal Fire Emblem, equal rights.
Yeah.
Took them long enough.
Yeah, and now the female corn that I'm using for Birthright and the male for Conquest. I just named her Louise because why not? But she's at A support with Tsubaki, the male.
Yeah.
Male Sky Knight.
Well, with my avatar, I'm making him male for my first playthrough of each file, and then the second time I play through each version, I'm doing female, and I know exactly who to name it.
Who?
Well, just guess which female character would I name Corrin? Or would I base Corrin on?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'm making it, I'm gonna be Esdev. Yeah, blue hair and everything. If only I could become an ice mage. But dragon's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll actually try, never do it, but Heroes of Shadow and Light, don't try that on Lunatic.
Don't try what, the hard mode? Just don't try the game on Lunatic?
Yes.
I haven't played any Fire Emblem game on hard mode. The only one I'm considering is maybe Sacred Stones and oh, no wait, I've done Fire Emblem Blazing Sword on hard mode. That was alright. Maybe Path of Radiance as well.
Yeah, Path of Radiance, just watch out, Ashnard will come after you.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Ashnard is a bit of an ass.
And
but as long as I have Ike, I'm okay.
Yeah. Aether.
Seriously, that move is fucking broken.
It is. I was when I was recording, I planned I've got the Elixir staff. I used it once. It gave me an instant level up for Mist. She's at level 17. I'll heal Ike up for the next one with Ashton. The next fight with Ashton, just in case. And then after that, I'll just use the Elixir staff twice, and then just get her up to level 20. No, Ike, Ether, dead.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, Ether solves everything in that game. Got a problem? Ether.
Yeah.
To be fair, Ike only needs it for bosses. Every enemy Ike can just beat normally.
Yeah.
It's one of those broken units ever.
I know.
I remember the days of being able to go into Fire Emblem with just one unit and destroy the battlefield. Yeah, Conquest, you can't do that.
Damn it.
Conquest is fucking brutal, man. Well, brutal but balanced, I'd say. The best way I can describe Conquest, based on how I played it, it's Radiant Dawn done right.
That's probably best.
Because, like, yes, it's hard. Yes, the game will punish you. Yes, you can, like, die very easily. But the chapters and the way it's designed, like, the levels work in your favor, and it's the challenge is scaled nicely. It's just a case of dealing with a fuck ton of enemies. It's not like in Radiant Dawn where the maps are designed against you, like Day in the Rise, where the enemy has an advantage because they're on the stairs.
Yeah. Oh god, don't remind me of that.
And also the chapters don't go on for 3 fucking hours in CS Gambit.
Oh, thank god.
Most of the chapters are like, again, one thing I'll give, right, this is just based on how much I played so far. One thing I'll give Conquest is really good level design, because, like, not only are the chapters interesting and unique, but you've got so many different objectives rather than Awakening just route everything.
Yeah.
So, props to that.
Yeah, I know there is a couple of chapters that is shared between Birthright and Conquest. I know that there's one where you beat Zola. That's from what I've seen. That's also, but I think it's way later in Conquest, and it's really early in Birthright.
So I don't think I have Zola. Maybe I'm not far enough yet.
Probably not, because they'd already, the guy that I'd seen, he'd promoted Elise.
Yeah.
To instead of like her second form, so I don't know how long.
Well, I promoted her as soon as she reached level 10, like I do with all medics.
Okay, well he must have done it when she was level 20, so.
I'm surprised he got to level 20 without getting killed.
Yeah, from the way you're saying, that's.
Again, it is hard, but it's, it's balanced, and I appreciate the challenge. I'm just worried, like, how easy is Revelations and Birthright going to be? Because Conquest is hard at me.
Well, I mean, I would. Birthright Hard is giving me a good challenge, and I'm a bit miffed that some of my decisions, like getting certain characters killed by mistake. But it is a fair challenge, I think. Yeah.
But in Birthright, can you like I can't remember, how does the game progress? Do you just go from chapter to chapter?
Well, you get a little like you see the map, and you get like get all the like, if you want to go to, it has like chapter 11, then difficulty, like, so you can put it to normal if you want to. But
yeah, you can do that in Conquest as well. Just wondering if, like, because I heard it's meant to be more like Awakening, where you travel around the map and you can do like skirmishes, or is that not true?
No, there is they call them invasions instead of skirmishes, but it's basically just your way to grind them up. So
yeah, I got the same thing, invasions, yeah.
And then there's the challenges, like for the maps and all this, but you can also you can also do what is scout, which is pay money to find fights. Yeah.
Oh, money! Money's a bitch in this game. Well, in Conquest it's a bitch.
Yeah, I'm all right with the money, but because I don't need to spend much of it, just because of how the weapons work in the game.
Yeah. Well, for me, I've got to spend it so much on staffs and like really good weapons, because trying to buy like killer weapons or like silver weapons is so fucking expensive.
As far as I've seen, I've only seen up to steel.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the best that we've got. And the funny thing is, if you go to people who've got a My Castle for Conquest from Birthright, you can buy all the like this the usual thunder, fire and all that from them.
Yeah.
But you can only buy one in the shop, which is kind of unfair. But then again, it's probably just to limit it, so you don't have every single weapon from each game in
Yeah,
one
because in Awakening getting money was too easy.
Oh yes.
Gotta grind those reeking boxes.
Yep. Hello there, Street Pass person. Are you lower level than me? Oh yes, you are. Hello, Battle. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's how my castle works. Like, I go see Street Pass person. What's your level? Okay. I remember I saw that one person who had like a maxed out Robin, Marth, Lucina, and Icons. I'm like, nope.
No.
I ain't bothering with this.
It's a shame you can't use the Roy amiibo though.
Alright, yeah, well to be fair, unless he had the binding blade, Roy was gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
Because like Roy's here, it's like, I'm here to fight, and they'll just look at him and talk. No.
Oh Roy, you're so stupid.
Go sit back in the corner, Roy. Go sit there with Micaiah.
Yes. Speaking of Roy, we should maybe stop talking about...
But it's Fates! Everyone, it's like, it's Fates. Not only have I wanted to talk about it, but everyone has wanted me to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's why I made the Twitter account.
Yeah, and that's why you should once I'm finished...
I will. I'll say, look, we're doing a Let's Play. We're doing a commentary. It's the closest thing to a Let's Play I've got going. For now.
For now. You know, funny thing is, the minute I got back from the town buying Fates and Conquest, it was like a minute you just upload your all of your like saying what you're doing.
Yeah. I remember the first thing I uploaded was, by the way, I have a special edition of Fates. I was so lucky to get that, but something I plan to bring up at one point, the fact that Fate, now that I've played it, the fact that Fate is a game you have to buy 3 separate versions of, or at the very least, have to buy Conquest and Birthright separately is bullshit.
It is. I didn't begrudge them. I was kind of frightened that, because I'd only pre-ordered Conquest, I thought, oh no, is Birthright going to be out? I thought Birthright was going to be sold out, but no. When I went into the shop that I got them from, they were all in stock, and it was because like, everybody else had flocked to Game to get the special edition, and Game were out of stock.
Oh, they would be. So were you able to get both versions?
Yeah, I was able to get both versions. I've got Conquest and Birthright in my hand.
Nice. I'm holding them right now.
Actually, I am.
To be fair, I always thought, because it said special edition comes with all 3 versions, I thought like you get one version of the game, then you get a code to download the second one and Revelations for free. But no, they're all on one cartridge.
Yeah, you get three separate save files for each version. I've seen that.
Yeah, but also it's like if they can.
Internet problems.
Again, it's gonna be a recurring theme here.
Yeah.
But like with Conquest, I get why Revelations was, you know, DLC, because, you know, it's not mandatory. It's like, do you want to see a story from, like, what is the canon perspective?
Yeah.
But, like, making Conquest and Birthright 2 separate games is, like, it completely goes against the point of the game, because from the first trailer it was like, choose your side, who would you go with? Like, that's kind of hard to do when the side is predetermined for me.
Yeah.
What if someone had never played a Fire Emblem game, didn't even know what it was about, and they just pick it up? It's like, oh, so you get to choose your side. Okay, cool. Let me see what it's like. It's like, and what if they're playing? It's like, I want to choose North. It's like, no, but you chose Birthright. Go play Yoshida. It's like, but I don't want to.
Now the thing about that is that in Japan, like, which I'm quite pissed off they didn't keep for our versions, is that in that one that you could choose both sides.
That's the point. It was meant to choose both sides. Then Revelations is DLC. I get it. Like,
yeah.
Maybe you don't want to play Revelations. Maybe you do. Therefore, it's DLC.
And then it's like it would kind of lock you into that path for that save file, and then I think you could choose again, and then just play Revelations. But then they decided to Nintendo decided, oh no, that's a bit broken. Only people buy one version of the game and play it that way. We'll lock it up.
I still think it's dumb. The whole point of the game is to choose your path, not be stuck in one path and then be like by one game you can only play one version.
Yeah. Well, I know you can buy it and make it so you've got 2 choices, but still you've got to buy the other game.
Yeah. Especially, this is especially like, I'm glad I was going to choose Conquest regardless, because I take it you play like the first 6 chapters, then you decide, or in this case, it gets chosen for you.
Yeah.
So you start in North, because I'll tell you what, based on the first 6 chapters, I would have gone with North.
Yeah.
Because I had no connection to the people of Hoshido whatsoever. I was like, you may be my siblings, but I don't know anything about you guys, and you've given me like no connection so far.
That's what they seem to be kind of going with, like even though the Koran / the main character is still signed with Hoshido, yeah. I'm still getting the fact that they still feel more towards the North side than...
That's because with the North side, you felt like they were a family, you know? They were cool with each other, they bickered sometimes. With Hoshido, it's like, we're your siblings. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, then again, I haven't played Birthright, so maybe there's more of a connection later on in the story.
And I've only played up to chapter 11, so I've not got the full story yet, so I can't...
Yeah. Though it is quite funny. I don't know what Noir are like, but Hoshido, they are so salty about the fact that you went with Noir.
Yeah.
They are so salty, it's not even funny.
Well, Xavier, Xander, how do you...
Xander, yeah.
Xander, yeah. He basically renounces you at all. Leo's a bit, like he's like we're enemies. Camilla can't believe it.
Yeah,
Neither
Camilla's like, what the fuck?
And at least it's the same kind of thing. And also, I think they did a better take on the it's like big sister. No, she's my sister. I think it sounds a lot better than the no, he's my big brother. I think maybe that's just because I find it a bit cringy how she said no, he's my big brother.
I did find first time I heard it in the face trailer, it did sound a bit cringy.
Yeah.
And then you get to revelation, it's like, fuck both of you.
As it was mine.
Yeah. She, like, alright, this is just based off thing, nothing's final, but she might be my favourite character in the game.
Yeah, what is it, 19 HP is the most HP she'll ever get in the entire game.
Mine's like, got like 25 HP.
Is it?
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what, she's so good as a unit.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
She's one of my highest leveled units in the game.
Well, she's not my highest level, well, because she doesn't like promote or anything, but like, she doesn't need to be because she, like, for some reason, like, not only can she like deal decent damage and double, but she dodges a lot of 76% attacks. So the RNG loves her. Yeah. Which is a shame because this game's RNG is, sorry, not Binding Blade, that still holds the title of worst RNG in the world.
Yeah, but
Fate's RNG is so 50-50.
It was what you decided if I won that map or not, because at times like I would have like a 70% and I would miss.
Yeah, well, are we talking about Fates, right?
Yeah, Fates, not...
Yeah. Because I remember the chapter before you choose when you become a dragon. I had 3 health left and 2 people attacked me with 57% and I dodged both of them and I was like, oh god, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
But then, just today, and I posted this on Twitter, the most bullshit thing happened. Xander attacked with 98% weapon advantage and missed.
What?
I know, and I was like, how do you miss on 98%? That's bullshit.
Oh god.
But don't worry, Binding Blade, you're still much worse.
Yeah, and I had a 10% hit me today.
Oh god. Yeah. I still have 8% with Binding Blade on the feet. Oh, that's still, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that.
How?
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen? But now, and getting back to Binding Blade, for wait for a minute, this is where we get,
Fear for however you want to pronounce it.
Another sword master in the game, and the daughter of...
she's the daughter of Carla and... Are you still there? Just... Yeah, good. I'm getting a bit panicky now that it's going to cut off again. Yeah. But she is the daughter of Carla and Bartra from Fire Emblem and Blazing Sword.
Yeah. She's a pretty good sword master. I mean, if you don't want to go Rutka, she's an easy substitute. Yeah,
she luckily though, the West Niles is filled to the brim with axe users, so she's going to get the type advantage in...
Which you will certainly demonstrate.
Yep.
Grinding away!
Grinding ho!
Yes. But Fur is a pretty damn good unit. I think I use root. By that sigh, you probably guessed. Yes, the recording fucked up again.
Oh God. Internet.
Don't worry, we'll break through this. We'll break through this. It could have been so much worse if we were doing this on Radiant Dawn. Oh.
It's one of these things where if you start streaming it, it's like no, just stuff it. Go from where I am.
Yeah. Oh man. But so far, I'm very much enjoying Fate. It fixes a lot of the problems which, looking back, Awakening has. And now that I'm looking back, I think because of what Fates has done, Awakening dropped down on like my favorite Fire Emblem game scale. I still love the game, but after Fates, it's like, oh yeah, Awakening kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I'm still undecided where Fates is on my favorite Fire Emblem list.
Yeah, that's too early for me because I've yet to play all 3 versions.
Well, I'm still waiting till June to get Revelations, and then that's what I'll.
Well, June's next week.
Yeah, bloody hell it is.
Yeah, not far off.
Oh, next Saturday it gets released. Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, I doubt you'll be finished by next Saturday, and if you are, you're fucking crazy.
No, it just means that I can spend the last of my birthday money that I've kept since January. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
but it finally happened.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
It may have taken a fucking long ass time, but it finally happened.
Yeah, I'll spend the last of that money on getting points for my 3DS, and then maybe I might get Corin on the Smash Bros as well.
Yeah, oh, it's been a while since the last DLC for Smash. I haven't played Smash in a while though, because fucking hell, man. Just, the moment I got Fate, I was like, well, I'm playing the shit out of this.
Yeah, it was, I've not been playing Smash much, it's all because I was playing Awakening again in preparation for Fates.
Yeah, and now that you've played it, it's like, well, thanks to the fixed power mechanic, Awakening's kind of useless.
It's kind of, Com is just sitting there on the Ferox Arena, and that's it.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to be weird going back to Awakening, because the way the power mechanic works in Fates, they fixed it, and it's really well balanced.
Yeah.
And when you go back to Awakening, it's like, oh yeah, I remember I completely wrecked this game.
It's completely broken.
Yeah.
Until you get certain characters, and that's when it's like, oh.
Hit on a 33. Binding Blade for you people.
Yeah, and isn't that Radiant Dawn as well?
Radiant Dawn's second, well, from my experience, I've heard a lot of people say Blaze Sword had the worst RNG, though to be fair, when I played it always had the best RNG.
Oh! There was no one time that any of my units got lost to stupid RNG.
Yeah, I've never had that. Both Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn were pretty good for the most part.
I've had trouble here and there with RNG, but that's probably more just because those units were at the disadvantage, and that's...
I mean, yeah, sometimes you get unlucky, but you never get bullshit in those games.
No. Radiant Dawn is hard, but it's not absolute bullshit. It can,
alright.
It can be in
Part 1 is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, Part 2 is not bullshit, it just, they throw so many fucking enemies at you. Part 3 is where the game actually starts getting good.
Even in easy mode, this Elixir's Gambit, it takes forever.
Well, there is an easy way, but you want those experience points, damn it!
Yeah.
But this is our second Nomad Trooper, Sin.
Yep.
Or Shin, depending on the translation.
Yeah, it's Sin in this one, but the original fan translation was Shin. Probably just from how the kanji is.
Much like Sue, Sin is an awesome unit and should definitely be on your team. He's not as good as Sue, but he's still fucking awesome regardless.
And his goals were taken straight to Fire and Blazing Sword and used for Wrath.
Okay then.
Which is...
Yeah, something about thing, like, I know because this is the first game, they don't really go into detail, but like, there's a lot of suggestions about Lyn, Wrath, and all these characters about how they're related to some of the characters in Binding Blade.
Yeah, it's because they come from the same clans as the.
Yeah, and it's the same timeline. It's only 20 years later.
Yeah.
Apparently in 20 years, everyone in the original series disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
It's like Burns fighting back. Should we get involved? Nah.
I'm sure Nino would say no. Wait, Nino and Japan disappeared. So.
Yeah. No, they go to Leo. How's Ninian doing?
No, that's when you go into his room and it's like there's just this wall school of Ninian.
Yeah.
It's
it's like, why are you so upset? Because Ninian left me and I got stuck with fucking Roy.
She couldn't have...
Roy, have you tried using him? He's fucking terrible.
That's when Lone comes in and he didn't need anything, sir, and it's like, yes, get him out of here, but he's your son.
I don't give a shit. I'm taking the Garen approach. I don't give a fuck.
Warlock punch.
Yes. Do you think I said Ganon?
Oh, sorry, Garen.
Garen, I'm taking the Garen approach. I don't give a fuck if you're my child.
You are now my son.
Even though I don't acknowledge you, and I really don't take advantage of the fact that you're a dragon. I'm a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people did and when they first seen Garen, they did...
Made the Ganondorf comparison, so did I.
And that's why I said Warlock punch.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Dwarf. Fire Emblem Dwarf. To be fair, Xander kind of looks like Link.
Yep.
Only with much more, purple black armor.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to picture Xander with like a fairy boy hat and like Xander gets all the bitches.
I think I know who Camilla would be, the Great Fairy.
Oh yes. Allow me to ease your allow me to ease your whatever it is. Oh my. That was one of the funniest things that happened to me, and I mentioned this on Twitter. Because you have the dairy farm in your Mike Castle, and you always get milk there.
Yeah.
Well, I upgraded mine, so I get +2 milk. But the first person to go there was Camilla, and I was like, I get +2 milk from Camilla. I wonder where they came from. It was made worse after I decided to make Camilla my wife, or in this case, waifu. It was between her, Azora, and Felicia, and because I'm gonna go with Azora for Revelations, I went with Camilla because I just like Camilla a lot.
Yeah, she's... I like her as well, from the very rare parts I've seen of her, but...
Yeah, the thing is, the gameplay, like, the promotion of the trailers, they play her up as, like, this just being sexy. It's like, there's a lot more to her than that.
It's a part of... It's like... And she obviously has the sex appeal because of how she looks.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot more to it. She's not just sex appeal.
No.
Which I appreciate, because I was worried that Camilla would be just sex appeal.
I mean, she's quite caring, like...
Yeah, she is. Like, she's very much the motherly figure of them.
Makes you wonder whatever happened to King Garen's wife.
Probably went the way of King Henry VIII. Got executed for bullshit reasons. But they're like, I know some of them aren't like directly related, like stepbrothers and stuff. But yeah, because Xander's essentially meant to be the dad, Camilla's basically the mum.
And Lisa's little sister.
Yeah, and Leo's the emo brother. Leo, to be fair, Leo was the character I thought I was gonna hate, but like, there was this one sentence he said during Conquest, and I was like, Leo, I fucking love you so much.
You have the devil's own luck.
Yeah. Look, you have Binding Blade's own luck. Because Binding Blade is the devil. When it comes to RNG.
Yeah. At least unlike a certain Fire Emblem 1, at least the Ammonites can promote.
Yeah. Oh yes, they fixed the second seal system so much. They fixed so many things from Awakening in the phase. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like they realized, wow, Awakening's really broken. We should fix this shit.
We made it this way?
It's like, whoa, what the fuck were we smoking?
Oh yeah, pot.
Yeah, a lot of it. I'm still undecided where, like, who out of the two, Camilla and Xander, who's my favorite conquest-specific character? Because Corrin and that lot don't count.
Yeah.
I'm really undecided. Because Camilla's, like, been one of my favorite units and been so useful, but Xander just wrecks shit. I guess we'll just have to wait and see once I beat the game.
Yep.
I can finally get to work on those videos.
You know, you're going to be pissed about those videos now. It's, you know, it's coming.
Yeah, but that's what the trailer's for. Look, here's what I'm getting. Here's what I'm getting around to. Shut the fuck up.
Let me just finish them in my own time.
Let me finish the game first.
It's not like a certain Super Mario where you could easily beat them within a day or two.
Yeah, well, if you could beat a Fire Emblem game in a day or two, you clearly have no life.
Yeah.
Again, unless it's Sacred Stones.
On lunatic difficulty.
Why do people do that? I mean, I get the challenge factor, but why do they act like it's like, oh, I beat it on lunatic mode? Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, you just wasted your time.
Yeah, it's like, I'm perfectly fine to beat it on normal mode, no problem. It's like, I don't need to play hard mode. Well, to be fair, in like Awakening of Fates, it is hard mode.
Yeah.
Hard is normal.
Yep.
But yeah, lunatic is just like, and you don't get anything different. It's not like certain games where hard mode actually changes things. Hard mode just makes the RNG like ridiculous and the enemy levels stupid.
Yeah. Because I mean, I like how they did it in Path of Radiance. In hard mode, you get like some maps are hard, like the one after the Feral Frontier that gets changed to a Fog of War map. The same with Chapter 5. That's a Fog of War map.
Yeah.
And
like how Ashdod actually actively chases you.
Yeah, and gets a second form basically.
Yeah, Ashdod 2.0.
Yes.
To be fair, I noticed this. Playing Conquest, it very much feels like Path of Radiance, like from Dane's perspective. And well, again, I haven't finished the story. Everyone complained that Conquest story was awful. I don't know what they're talking about.
I've heard different. Apart Marky Joe 1990, a Fire Emblem hacker. He complained that Birthright was the worst game. Don't play it. I'm enjoying it, and Conquest was the best one, and that he liked Conquest's story, not the.
Well, I have to, again, I reckon we're okay with it because we're kind of a middle ground when it comes to Fire Emblem. We're not elitist to the point in which like everything after Awakening and everything after sucks, but we're also not like the only people who've only played Awakening. Yeah.
I mean, before Awakening, I'd played Sacred Stone, so I'd tried CRASHX500.
You had some knowledge of it. Yeah, you knew about the series. I was very much the same. I played Sacred Stones. I knew about the series, but I wasn't like, oh, a Fire Emblem purist. A Path of Radiance purist.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to Fire Emblem. I just accept each game for how it is.
Yeah.
And so far, I'm loving Conquest.
I'm loving Birthright, but...
I am curious though, like how, but my Birthright piece is that it will be less frustrating. I know that much.
Yeah.
But I want to know, like, because apparently, Birthright it's very much like Awakening in terms of the chapters and stuff and what you do.
There's a couple. Like, the last two chapters have been routes for me. That's chapter 10 and 11. The one before was a defeat boss, and the same was the other ones.
Yeah, because Conquest gives you a lot of really interesting objectives, like there's escape, there's defend, you know, there's route, there's loads of stuff. And that's what I really liked about it. There's so many objectives, and why does this happen in Fire Emblem so much? This guy has 1 health there. Well, I'm gonna crit him.
Yeah, I got I've had a couple of that.
It happens to me a lot in like most games, and it's like, what you want to make sure. No, I want to make sure this guy's dead. I ain't taking any chances.
Like there.
Yeah.
Point.
But now we get to the village part. So depending on which village you speak, you will either go to chapter 10A or 10B.
Yeah.
Again, they're just different levels. You get different units at different levels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're optional. It doesn't matter which one you go to. So don't feel like, oh, if I go to this one, I've missed out.
No, I would. Well, for first-time players, I would say go to chapter 10B, if you want to have an easier time and not have to grind, because the enemies seem to be a little easier. However, if you want to grind, I'd recommend going to 10A and 11A first.
Yeah, but not only that, but 10A is also where you can take advantage of getting a really good unit at a much lower level.
Yes. Yes, and 10A also has the better of the pre-promotes you get from one of the chapters.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, until Fates was officially the only hero you could get that was a different it was female instead of male.
Well, Fates did a lot of things for gender equality.
Yeah.
We're a female berserker.
Yay!
No, seriously, like, fucking hell. The female berserker you get in, Conquest.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like, that power is disgusting. It's a shame about her skill.
Yeah. Then again, you have to kind of, you have to have some kind of,
Balancing, I know.
yeah.
But it's like, her raw power. I remember I did, chapter 18, where you're fighting loads of generals. She had a hammer, she was like doing like 40-something every hit. I was like, fucking hell. Again, she's raw power incarnate. Her skill is just terrible. But crap, man. I think she hides all of it in her breast, which I think might be bigger than Camilla's.
Oh god.
Yeah, I didn't think that was possible. That's something I'm going to bring up. Everyone bitches about Camilla's design. I'm like, I'm sorry, the Berserker's much more sexualized.
Yeah. Well, I've not seen it yet, so...
You'll see. You'll totally see.
Yeah. I never had a problem with Camilla anyway.
Yeah, here's the thing though. Like they said, oh, they're sexualized thing. Okay, so Fire Emblem was accused of sexualizing characters. Explain Olivia.
Yeah.
Explain the dancer who's barely dressed in anything.
Yeah. I mean, funnily enough, Birthright on the back has got a sex warning and bad language and violence.
Yeah. Bad language. They curse a few times.
Yeah.
Violence. They get stabbed but they don't bleed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Japanese versions, even like the first Fire Emblem game had swearing in it, where when Garnet called Martha, said to Martha he was the bastard killed me.
Yeah. Bastard is a very popular swear word in Japan.
Yeah.
Apparently no one says fuck.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the map for Mystery of the Emblem, and the dancer in that, which is where the dancer originated from, has lots of clothes on, so it must just be Olivia.
Yeah. Well, again, the sexualized design, it's only really... to be fair, with Camilla, at first I was like, it's cool. The only thing I think is a bit unnecessary is the fact that you see her underwear.
Yeah.
That's a bit unnecessary, but aside from that, again, it's just the fact that she has rather large breasts.
Yeah.
And again, there have been other Fire Emblem characters with, like, sexualized designs.
You could argue Teffy's and,
yeah, but again,
Sacred
yeah,
Stones.
that's the thing. Back then, because the G-Very sprites, they don't look so sexualized because of the presentation. The fact that Fates is much more up-to-date and it looks nicer. That's probably the reason why there's funny breath. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem characters can look sexy, who'd have thought?
The internet before then.
Yeah, I think that thing about Camilla being I think she's a little sexualized, but not overly sexualized. But even then, it's only her design.
Yeah.
It's not the character herself, thank God.
I know. Well, at least we don't have Shinon who's drunk.
And somehow they say it's suspended. That's got to be weird. When you drive an axe into the head, they're suspended in midair.
Yeah,
Like, I can't pull it out!
Help! Somebody! Help!
Oh god, I can't get this out of this guy. And the guy's there just screaming in pain. Oh my god! Get it out of me!
Get it out! Get it out!
Got hit on 31. Binding Blade yet again.
Yep.
Binding Blade strikes again.
It always strikes again.
With 47, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's good for you going up against a mage next.
Yeah.
Again, 38, Binding Blade, once again.
Yes.
You should have a counter just saying bullshit RNG, because
Yeah.
Binding Blade is going to be a lot of it.
Yep. I've started I've probably said to you, but I've started editing Path of Radiance, and And a certain chapter takes even because I've decided to edit out all the preparations and I just like show like the bonus EXP, all the talking and that. You know, it's still like an hour and 27 minutes, and it's like, how the hell did I do?
Path of Radiance, it's kind of in the middle when it comes to length. I think once you get up to chapter like 10, every chapter's about an hour long.
Yeah, this was chapter 11. When it's probably because I was trying to get Nefeni and Brom up because I decided to use them too.
Oh yeah, good choices.
Yeah, and gave Brom those speed wings. Oh, he got really lucky with the speed lock.
Oh god, I remember when I gave my knight Effie in Conquest.
Yeah.
I gave her boots so she had 7 movement, and then she upgraded. Now she's got 8. She can move as much as a Wyvern Lord.
Jeez.
And I was like, I have a general that can move as far as a Wyvern Lord. Fuck yes!
Hello, goodbye.
Yeah. And Effie is another reason why knights are my favourite class in the series.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Does she have enough, as much speed as a certain Oswin?
No, but no. Her strength isn't in her speed. It's in her strength. Like, just now I was up against level. She is a level 5. She is like a level 3 general. She was going up against level 5 sword masters.
Yeah.
She's like with a steel lance, 34 damage, 1 hit. Yeah, that's the thing about Fates. What I've noticed, the classes, they really play to their strengths.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the berserkers are really strong, the ninjas are really fast, the magic users have really high resistance, stuff like that. Yeah. So, you know, the generals aren't fast, the generals aren't fast, but they have the defense and they have the power.
So like Gilliam and Sacred Stones.
Yeah, not as good as Gilliam because, again, she rarely doubles anyone. She gets doubled quite easily. But then again, that's because of the fucking bullshit new weapon system.
Yeah.
Which sounded good on paper. I'm going to bring this up in Best and Worst Changes. It sounded good on paper, but when you get down to it, it really screws you over.
Yeah.
The worst offender being, oh, I'm going to use Javelin. Yeah, well, you get -5 speed and you can't throw twice. They listened to what you said and they put it back.
Oh god, oh no,
Yeah, you can't use hand axes or javelins twice. You can use magic twice. You can't use hand axes or javelins twice.
I thought we got rid of this in Mystery of the Emblem. We don't want it back.
I thought we were past this. No, we had to bring it back.
Well, look, at least it's not completely like Mystery of the Emblem and having each class only wielding one weapon.
Yeah, thank God. Oh yeah, Corin, when you upgrade, Corin can learn magic.
Robin.
Yeah, literally, in terms of class, Robin's completely outdone, but, and I'm going to say this now because so far, I'm not a huge fan of Corin as a character. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so far, I've yet to see him in Birthright, I've yet to see him in anything, because to me, he's way too happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, regardless of which path I would have chosen, I would have been so pissed off that the fact that I have to fight against essentially my siblings. Like, if someone, like, said something to me, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's cool. I'd be like, no, get the fuck out of my face.
No, please.
But again, I've yet to see the full story.
Yeah.
That's another reason I really like Azure, because she's very down to earth.
Yeah, and do you know what I'm happy they brought back? From Fire Emblem 5, they brought back the capture system.
Well, the way you can capture bosses and put them in a prison.
Yes.
I have yet to build a prison, so I haven't got any of the bosses. To be fair, I wouldn't use them anyway.
I don't use it anyway, but I'm just glad that they recognise Fire Emblem 5, and it's like, yes, we know what it is.
Oh yeah, we have Fire Emblem 5.
Which is
I remember Fire Emblem 5 was a thing.
Yeah, it's technically a side story to 4, but...
Well, I don't care. Wait, is that Genealogy of the Holy War or Thrashia 777? 776?
Thrashia 776. Thrashia.
I've heard that one is meant to be pretty good, but also pretty hard.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well.
Yeah.
But it's like, in that you could, if you defeated the enemy, when you chose capturing them, you could capture them. Like, it was basically like you were...
Missed on 85. Finding Glaive once again. So you could capture them and, like, take them prisoner.
Yeah, well, no, you couldn't take them prisoner. You could capture them and then you could, like, take anything they had on them. So basically, like without having a thief, so you could take off their weapons, like any
Yeah, give your
items.
shit.
Yeah.
You loot them.
And then when you let them go, they just fled off the map, and that was them. But you still got AXP for it.
Yeah. You know what's hilarious? You know how just now Clarine had 0%. The guy had a 0% chance against Clarine.
Yeah.
If she got hit, I would not be surprised.
Yes.
Remember, 99% hand axe.
Hand axe.
The 99% hand axe. I wondered, so far, do you think Fates has that one weapon which overpowers every other weapon? Or not yet?
No, I don't know, because I mean, I've liked using the steel Nagitas, but that's...
The Nagitas are good, yeah.
It's almost like the Iron Lances from Sacred Stones, but not...
Nah, nothing's that good.
No.
Nothing beats the Iron Lance from Sacred Stones. Not even the hand axe in not even the hand axe in Binding Blade, not even the Silver Sword in Path of Radiance, and not even the Steel Great Lance in Radiant Dawn, despite the fact that that weapon is so sexy.
Oh god, the Steel Great Lance.
Oh, it's so good!
Especially with Nephri.
Yeah, it's literally her weapon.
Yes.
It's like Silver Great Lance, I want the steel one, but silver's better, I don't care.
Silver may be good, but steel is better.
Yeah. Technically the Silver Great Lance is better.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit. Steel Great Lance all the way. It makes the Iron Great Lance pointless.
Yeah. Also, I noticed a little error that they didn't have in the PAL version, because you know how they call the Lancers Sentinels in America?
The Lancer.
Yeah, but like for Luna, you know how that's the skill that Lancers get in Radiant Dawn once they promote?
They don't get Luna.
No, why? But you know the Impale, sorry.
Impale, yeah.
That you know they get that. Well, when you check the item description, because I was watching the guy's playthrough, and he just upgraded Nephri.
Damn straight.
Yeah, and this is like in part 3 end game.
Yeah.
And the item description, I had to pause it because it...
Wait, it took him to the end game to get Nephri to a Lancer.
Yeah, well, because he doesn't use the bonus experience until like the last...
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, yes, but Nephri was basically about to promote anyway. Just use that level 20. So, but I checked the item and it's like obviously it's a Lancer in the UK. Then when it said Sentinel, and they didn't even change it to Lancer for like the description. It's a bit lazy.
Yeah, why did they do that? Why is it both Dan or Danfed, whatever his name, and Aaron can become Sentinels, but Nephri's a Lancer? Gender equality?
I don't...
I was like, oh, yeah, it's like, why? Just call them all Sentinels, just call them all Lancers or Sentinels. To be fair, I think Sentinel sounds a bit better.
Yeah. It's weird, and then, well, I mean, in America, Keisha is called Kaiser for some reason, and I think I can understand why they changed that. Since
yeah, I don't either.
No, I think I can understand because it sounds a bit too much like Kaiser. You know, like...
Oh yeah, Kaiser.
Yeah. So I think that's probably why they changed it for us, just because if they were having to have it in Germany...
Yeah, we don't want the implications. Same with Bryce and Brian.
Yeah. I'm still not excusing them on the mistranslation with Nurgle's talk to his kids.
I'm still pissed off about that. Yeah, someone had to tell me that they're Ash's kids. I had no idea.
Well, for me playing the Japanese version, I kind of got that, like, when I seen like the sprites and it's like in like the little CG, I thought that looks like Ninian and Nels, and that guy looks like Nurgle. And then especially it's I mean, even when he, you know how he comes back after you finish that extra map, it's like I figured it out.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's like, hey, Nagal, so I'm banging your daughter. To be fair, they all have blue hair.
Yeah. And Nurgle has an awesome scar.
No, he doesn't. It's fucked up.
Yeah, well, I say it's alright until he takes off it, and then you look at his sprite and you can see the eye kind of
twitching. Yeah, it's like, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's when I kind of had... That's why I only recorded the conversation in the Japanese version of that once, and then never looked at it again. Just pressed start every time I had to restart it.
Yeah, I was like, nope. Oh boy. But yeah, I know this is long overdue, but what's her name? Spur got hit with poison axes by just 25, by the blade once again.
Yes. Yeah, I noticed that almost every time I get a critical hit, it's always they've been hit first, and then they decided nope.
Yeah.
I'm sure many times with Ike and Papa Raidens, it was like they got hit, and then it was just immediately after critical hit.
Yeah, it's like, well, you hit them. Oh, they're on 2 HP. Well, I'm gonna eat them.
Yes. Just get
Why?
that.
Because I want them to know my name.
I fight for my friends.
And I fuck up everyone else.
Prepare yourself.
He takes the Camilla approach. He fights for those he cares for. He fucking kills everyone else.
Yep.
I get the feeling Camilla is the type of person where if she would be one of those mums at school where if her kid got bullied, she would beat the shit out of the parent and the kid.
Yeah.
To be fair, that'd be hilarious.
It would be.
Just riding on her whip, it's like someone saying bad things about my daughter.
Just with the magic tool. She is a magic knight, so she will have a tool.
Yeah, Magic Knights, they're magic, and they can also use axes like Whipping Knight Riders.
Yeah.
They might be better than Whipping Riders, but it's still early days.
Yeah.
Because, they're so versatile. I love them. Again, I think Camilla saved my arse more than any other unit has ever saved my arse.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite unit aside from Korin right now in Birthright?
I think Tsubaki and Rinka are one of my favourites, although Hana's quite up there as well. Sakura's quite good as well. She's one of my best healers.
Nah.
But
Felicia and what's her name? Elise are some of my best healers.
Yeah. Asma is also good as well, but I love Jacob in it. He's got the best quotes.
Butler. Yeah, Jacob.
He's got one of the best quotes ever. Oh, how irksome.
Pardon? Oh, so how irksome? No, how terrible. Irksome.
Oh, how irksome.
I'm so Sebastian.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is his Japanese name is Joker.
Joker.
Yep.
I'm sorry, they should have called him Sebastian just for a Black Butler joke.
They should have.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
I also found it funny, like, the first thing you do when you wake up as Korin is see two maids hanging over your bed.
Yeah.
Robin's there like, you fucking whore. Again, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Korin is the whore.
Yeah. Even when Korin's a female, she still has the two maids.
Yeah, Korin's a whore. Robin is a waifu magnet, Korin is a whore. Because remember, Korin can S-rank everyone.
Yes.
Regardless of gender.
Yes.
Korin has his dragon lance, and he will put it where he wants to.
Yep. I'll get that dragon fang out.
Yeah. You want to see my dragon fang? The tip of my dragon lance is where it's at its most powerful. Oh, it certainly is.
Yeah, like a certain mark.
Yeah. Master tip is its most powerful.
Yeah.
And have you ever noticed the binding blade is quite short?
Yes.
Right.
Got the short end of the stick.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I noticed well, at least I think in for Marth in Smash Bros, his critical hit animation is almost one for one like how it is in the first game.
Attention to detail.
Yep. And you know how when he jumps he backflips? That's also from the first game because
when he avoids.
No. But you know when he jumps he jumps and kind of backflips back. Well, that's because when he had the Falchion equipped, if once he struck the enemy, he jumped back and kind of backflipped as well.
Yeah. Again, the attention to detail in Smash Bros is ridiculous.
And the fact that Mystery of the Emblem in Brawl is the bars, is the health bar.
Yeah. Critical hit. It's like, critical hit instant KOs them. You do realise critical always doesn't kill, guarantee death.
Yeah. Ah well, it does for this. It does for Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Well, look, those pirates could have had the triangle attack there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm knowing you and Sword Master, you'd still find a way to dodge.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, this is Blinding Blade. Yeah, you'll get destroyed.
Yeah. And
I must say though, like, the one thing which I really raising an eyebrow is how the children work in this game. Like, Awakening, I got it, they're all from the future. Here it's just a case of, oh, so you have a child and they're stuck in this zone. It's like, that's kind of bullshit.
yeah, well, I know they explain it at first, like, you know, it's just because of how dangerous it is, like that.
Yeah, but I'm just like, no, that's kind of bullshit.
You know, I'm sure 3 of the characters from Awakening show up again.
They are. It's official. I checked the wiki. They're the exact same characters.
I thought it was funny because I seen like was it one of the maps like that you get with Lucina, and then she just mentions like, oh Wayne, it's you, and it's like, no, it's not me, I'm Odin.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I like the idea of while I like the reference, that's lazy.
Yeah.
That's really lazy.
Because I mean, the first time I seen like Odin, I thought, that he looks familiar to one of the.
I was like, he looks like a Wayne. Then he started talking. It's a Wayne, isn't it? Then I looked up. It's a Wayne. I was like, oh. The only person who I've actually prefer is Selena, or in this case, Severa, because she's not a tsundere bitch.
Yeah.
But again, that's really fucking lazy.
And I know you want to reference Awakening, but it's a bit. Like, you've already got Robin and Lucina amiibos, like, and you can have like kind of little map skirmishes with them. That's fine.
And the fact that it uses the same art style of Awakening.
Yes.
But 3 of the exact same characters and children from the future, really? Really Fates? You gonna do that? I mean, also, I swear there's that one character who's literally basically Faja.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is Faja or just meant to be Faja, but again, that's lazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if, like, in let's say in Blazing Sword, we have let's say we had these characters in Binding Blades. Like, okay, so we had Sue. Now get this, we're going to have Susan.
That sounds lazy.
Exactly, genius. So what's the difference? It's basically Sue, but her hair, it's blue. Genius.
But I know they know well. I know that they took some of the art from this and put it in Blazing Sword, but they updated it and made it look look not as ugly.
No, and the fact they didn't actually, and also the characters better tie in because it is a legitimate prequel. Rather than, oh yeah, we just happened to stumble across this thing. It's like, no, because I'm convinced that certain Fire Emblem games take place in certain universes.
Yeah.
Like they're not all part of one big thing, because I don't think they are.
I know that Fire Emblem 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all connected in a way. Like Judrell is way before Arcania, and Judrell eventually becomes Arcania, and then the Arcania sequel happens, and it's like Medeus is basically the, it's like, that's how they connect. Like 6.
That's fair enough. 6 and 7 are very much their own story.
Yeah. And
8 is its own complete own one standalone story.
Yeah.
9 and 10 are, the Tellius series.
Yeah.
11, that's Awakening, right?
Yes. No, 11 Shadow Dragon, which is a remake of 1/3, because it takes more from 3 than 1, but
yeah.
It's
and then you had Genealogy of the Holy War, which Mystery of the Emblem, which Heroes of Light and Shadow, sorry.
Yeah.
So,
so many names.
Yeah, which is a remake of the 3rd one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so FE 12 was it 13?
Awakening is 13. Heroes of Shadow and Light is 12.
Yeah, so Awakening though, I swear that takes place in March Universe, just like 1,000 years ago.
It does. It's although they changed the name, it basically is just Arcania changed. You can kind of tell a little bit with some of the map, like how the map looks, just slightly.
Well, it's not even that. Aside from the fact that they directly refer to Marth, but also Tiki's in it.
Yeah, it's and how much she's aged.
She hasn't aged much. She's just got a massive pair of breasts.
Yeah, but
yeah, I'm sorry. It's like Camilla's got massive breasts. Have you seen Tiki? Her chest is practically popping out.
I like Tiki. I think she's. I like.
Yeah, I like Tiki as well. I'm just saying, like, Camilla's not the only character in Fire Emblem with boobs.
Yeah.
Or in this case, big boobs. In fact, there's this joke, like, a lot of the characters in Fates have big boobs. Not just one of them.
Yeah.
It's just one of them gets a cutscene.
Yes. Which has got a high HD version in Japan only.
Oh, I bet why. In 3D.
Well, you can play them in 3D anyway, but...
I remember the days of grinding units. Yeah, you can't really do that in Conquest. You just kind of got to go with it.
Come on, Xander, just take this last
And
minute.
just fucking help.
Please, I need you. Help me,
Conquest
brother.
is a game, I've realised this while playing it, because when I play Fire Emblem, I like to experiment and use like many units, because most Fire Emblem games allow you to do that, even if you get them later. Not the case with Conquest. It's very much like Radiant Dawn, where, alright, choose your team early on and stick with them, otherwise you'll lose. So again, that game is going to stress multiple playthroughs. Which I'm down with,
Yeah.
It just means next time I need to decide from the get-go who my team is going to be.
Yeah, as long as you don't choose Meg. Oh wait, she's not in that game.
Oh yeah, thank God. I don't care if people are like, we'll pay you like £50 to play as Meg and Radiant Dawn playthrough. I ain't fucking doing it.
I've tried Meg twice and I was able to get an easy mode playthrough I'm doing. I was able to get her up to general, and she was good, but I think that's maybe just because it's easy mode, so it's
it's easy mode. Now put her in hard mode. Oh,
she's goodbye.
She got quadrupled. How did she get quadrupled? Because she's Meg.
Yeah, that sums her up.
Yeah, the only unit that can get quadrupled by the only unit that can get quadrupled by a soldier. That's how bad Meg is.
Yeah.
Quadrupled by a soldier.
Fiona as well.
Yeah, but Fiona you get much later. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Fiona's like should have been like one of your first units. Then I could have seen some real potential with her.
Yeah, it's just how her bases are. It's just she's not the greatest character to use.
That, and she's a cavalier. Like they're meant to be units you trade up because they're so well-rounded. In Radiant Dawn, you can't go for well-rounded. You have to use, oh, I have this unit that can destroy this unit. Okay.
Just go for it.
Yeah, go for broke.
Nolan, get your ass in here. Destroy this lance unit.
Yeah, or Micaiah, there's a general. Kill him.
Use your fanny.
Yeah. You said it sounded like you were saying use your fanny.
I wasn't meaning it that way.
Use your fanny. Parade your vagina.
God.
Hey, you started it.
I didn't start it.
Yes, you did. You said use the fanny.
Because that's what... T...
I think, yeah.
Fanny. Fanny. It's like Shanna instead of Shanna, it's Thana. Fanny or whatever. I've seen it again.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Like, oh look, there's a weapon. Indiana, get in there. Or there's a Pegasus Knight. Jill, kill them.
Yeah.
Or there's an axe unit, Edward, and for everything else there's Soph.
Yeah. He's just your, well, not really your all-rounder.
Paladin.
Yeah.
He's your paladin, but he's a thief. Yeah, good luck. Could you imagine if Radiant Dawn had a paladin? That would have been alright. A paladin that isn't Jacob.
Yeah. Like
that would have been like suddenly Radiant Dawn's piss easy.
Like a Seth kind of.
Not even a Seth. You could have a Marcus and it'll be piss easy.
Yeah. At least we can hear the nice music and not the usual.
Oh yeah, that's the music suddenly in this particular part of the game gets really like weird and it almost sounds dead.
Yeah.
That's the best I can try it. It sounds dead. But now we've got Winning Road, Roy's Hope.
Yes. It's I prefer this version over the one in Blazing Sword, but the Blazing Sword one still sounds good.
Yeah, well, it's Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is like most Nintendo franchises. No matter what the game, it's always going to have good music.
Yeah.
Even Shadow Dragon, I like some of the soundtracks in that game.
Yeah, I love them the remix they did of Heading to the Fatherland from Fire Emblem 3. The theme that you hear when it details like what's happening in the next map and it's like what we're going.
Oh yeah, that theme. I love A Hero's Destiny, which is like the last couple of chapters theme, which I think is really good.
Yeah, at least it's got a couple of chapter streams. Fire Emblem 1. All you've got is
That's NES music for you.
Like even the final chapter's like this doesn't.
Yeah. But I will say, so far, fucking hell, Fate's soundtrack.
I like Birthright's 1. I've not heard Minoa 1 yet.
But I'm saying Fate's in general.
Yeah.
That soundtrack, that's one thing I've heard nothing but praise about that game. So, you know.
I'm warming up to the English version of Hero of the Ocean's Grey Waves.
I loved it the moment I heard it. I was like, oh, this is so good. And then when I heard the hybrid version, I was like, oh, this is the best song ever.
I think maybe it's because I heard it in Japanese first, that's probably why I kind of had to warm up to it first.
Yeah, you probably had a personal bias, which makes sense. But when I heard it, I was like, it's such a good song. Thank you, Smash Bros.
Yes.
But Zynga! Bitch, I'm Sue, I'm surprised you're still standing.
Where's that 33% critical hit?
more like, oh, there's a 1% crit. Well, I'm critting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Camilla has a good habit of that, which is why another reason why she's my waifu. It's like 5% crit. Well, I'm critting.
It's like Takumi, the archer that you get. He seems to do that as well. Like almost every single time I've tried to use him, he's always got like at least one critical hit.
Yeah.
With his
actually, one thing I noticed recently because I made my Berserker.
Yeah.
And I paired her up with Xander because their support is adorable.
Yeah.
Bless them. But I made her a Berserker and then I went up to this guy with Iron Axe and it was like, oh, 50% crit. And I was like, what the fuck? And as I attacked, I was like, wait, what if I switch to the Killer Axe? That would have been like 70 something. I was like, holy fucking shit. That Berserker is literally everything that makes the Berserker great, minus the fact that she's got shit skill.
Yeah. It's like, I was gonna say, all you need now is the gamble skill.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, I can't, I did that with Xerox and Path of Radiance.
Yeah.
100% crit. One time he didn't crit and I was like, what the fuck? That 99%, that, like, no, for that 1 second, for that one turn, it turned into Binding Blade. The Binding Blade was like, no you fucking don't.
Oh god.
But that was chapter 9 cleared, so we're heading to 10A now, so...
Yeah.
Basically, we're going to do 10A and 10B, and then we're going to do 11A and 11B?
Yep.
Cool.
Although
cool.
the playthrough will begin again at chapter 12, but it'll be gone through 10A and 10A and 11B.
I reckon if I ever do Let's Play this game, I'll do the same. Make 2 save files, one for here, one for, you know, 10A, and then just go through both of them.
Yeah, well... So...
Again, whichever one you go for is fine, it's just personal preference.
Yeah.
Most people go to 10A just out of habit.
Yeah, it's the easier one to get, because even if you don't go to the villages, it's the default one.
It is the default one. Don't feel like you're missing out, it's like, oh, but I wanted to do 10B, it's like, that's cool.
It's fine, you're just missing out on 2 general bosses and that's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the boss of 10A. Fucking dickhead. Yeah, sorry. Oh, no. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Chapter 17 Conquest, that boss is the ultimate dickhead.
Oh god.
No, seriously, he's like, oh, it's disgusting. So we pause here?
Yeah, just Melon's just finishing off
Are we going to continue or are we going to just stop it because of all the interference?
If just so I'm just letting I'm just gonna see.